Getting careless and missing a drive impact like that will leave you wide open. Plenty of space between the two fighters. Who will decide to close the gap? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. An aggressive attack. Will they build meter or just go all in on each other? Gaining some meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. Sticks the combo. Decent damage. What's next? What are these fighters thinking now? Sees it coming and blocks it out. You can block impact, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Player 2 chases them down. Alright, what's coming up next? Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Hits them with a stop and bop. 3-volt? I think they want to calm things. Cages them in with a left shuka. A quick breather. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Breaks them. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Breaks those shins. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Looking for a chance. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Gets scooped from down low. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Spikes him with 3 gloves. Going on the offensive? Player 2 hits him with a stop and bomb. A jump, this can lead to some big damage. Jump! Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. The throw is denied. Jump! Just what they were after. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Torbalan. Sticks the combo. Decent damage. What's next? Sticks the jump in. Taking stock. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. They get driven into the wall, breaking their guard. You want to avoid blocking a drive impact near the corner because it'll result in a big wall splat even on block. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Misses the drive impact. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. 3-volt? Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Hits them with a stop and bop. 3-volt ices him. Dashes forward. Smart play with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Jumps in. Departure. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. In there. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Decides not to rush in without a plan. 3-volt? Player 1 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Dangerous range, shoots their shot! Punish counter sets the table! It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. There's a burnout! Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Both are, oh my, the throw tech! is in burnout state. Solid anti-air. What's next? Nails turning it right up with a super. It's the interdiction. They've been waiting for this. This could change everything. I can't believe it. It's time to bust this out. Is it over? Will they survive? Oh, so close. The next moves are gonna be crucial. Are you kidding me? Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to Next up, stage selection. Are they going to go with their main character?
Heroic as a tiger is. Earn my stripes. I'll do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you is not my psychotic.
Now that our fighters have chosen their characters, it's time to go.
Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever, that's my legacy. Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label me.
Smart training for you.
I did my part, they like, keep on going, cause you got hard. They know that I'm not started from the bottom and I'll never look back.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Gotta do this. Come on.
I'm number one. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Goes for the surprise rush in. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Trips him up. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Checks with a projectile. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Very solid corner switch. Player 1 creates a good corner throw, ends it. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Gets out of that jam with a perfect parry. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Looking for a chance. That's a counter. 100-hand slap. Decides to buff up while they can. Hits them with a stop and pop. Super hearts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. There's a wall spot. They can't do anything now. It's a good spot to use the super. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. Both fighters gotta roll up those sleeves and think of something. They must have a game plan. Hit crowns them from above. Gets the quick dash short you. Explosive drop, impact, squash. Dangerous range. What are you jumping in for? This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Uses their drive gauge. The last round. It's now or never. We're just getting started here. Who'll take control? This is gonna hurt. Player one needs to take advantage of drops that off.
So fast. Let's get it.
Low heavy. Smart stuff, poking out that range to zone the opponent. Changes the pace, solid anti-air. Getting up close and personal. Quick medium poke. Good parry. These fighters are swinging for control of the match. Who's gonna take it? Somehow nothing stops this train. Jumps. Close range projectile. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Can this drive bring the flatline zone? Player one was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. They were expecting that drive impact. Hits them with a stop and block. No more drive gauge. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Neither of them willing to back off. Knockdown. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Drive gauge finally recovers. Parries the projectile. Parries the attack. Does a good job of pushing back. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Boxing with a target combo. Both fighters planning something? The low heavy connected? Player one on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Checks him with the projectile. Not having the cross-up. Spot on blocking. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Smart play with the throw. Knockdown and drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Brushes that off and keeps going. Max SA experiencing burnout. Player one, they can't squander this punish counter chance. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
Bet that hurt.
Wow, that's some big time damage there. Genius read with that throw escape. Blocks it. Jones with the fireball. Reads the jump in perfectly. Oh, here we go. And they create a flatline zone. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Buy some time to switch up the pace.
Heroic as a tiger is. Earn my stripes cause you know I'm doing God with this. Smart choice. Super hard headed. Call me crazy, but you is not my psychiatrist. Through a lifetime of strife and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever, that's my legacy. Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label me. Put in work, I did my part. They like, keep on going cause you got hard. They know that I'm non-stop, I keep on pushing.
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight. How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters? To do. Puts one in the pocket. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Their drive gauge was running low, but they use an overdrive art anyway just to show they're not gun-shy. Both fighters have used up a generous amount of drive already. What are they thinking here? The drink level's at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. Shoots off a fireball up close. This is the range where things get down to the wire. Solid combo. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just drive rush to keep it going. Are we gonna see a comeback? Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Looks like they want to re-establish their game plan with fireballs. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. The drip springs forward with a drive rush. Knockdown and somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Big throws. What'll happen here? Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in drive rush to keep it going. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Burnout activates. Not much life difference. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Just goes for it at this range. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Drink level maxed out. This party's getting crazy. They're taking a step back to slow down the... Perfect execution with the anti-air. Sticks out a kick. Drive rush. Kick out of nowhere. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Decides not to rush in without a plan. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods finds the target? Player 1 is in a very good spot now. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side step. Player 1 with the rhythm owning that space. Huge chance after that wall splash. Now that's how you use an impact. Throws them. Boots them and takes a swing. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Sets up with the jump in. Happy hour. Checking with the fireball. Out drive rush. Drops them. Even the slightest hit may end the round. They can't afford any mistakes. Can this drop denies the jump in attempt? Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Surprises them with a drive rush. So, a drive rush can really close the distance, putting moves that would otherwise be out of reach in that sweet spot to launch a surprise attack. On dangerous turf, easy to get tagged at this range. The jump in is denied. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. They need to hold out. Was looking for that jump attack. Drive gauge finally recovers. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Player 2 will have to fight back here without any drive. Nice counter. They need to rely on their instincts here. Hits them with his free flow. Shows a medium kick. Drink level 4 and now a full house to play with KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Blocks it. Are we going to see some fireworks? Getting tipsy with the devil inside. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. You've got to be mindful of Reap delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation, drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 brushes that off and keeps going. Quick dashing. That combo did decent damage. Swagger Hermit Punch. Juicy damage. Excellent block. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Who will set the bait at this range? Hit the drive! Low heavy! Take that guard away! Oh my god, they just hooked it up! Rough tap to close it! Here's the final round! The real fight starts now! Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Hits him with a stopping bomb! Medium kick. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. This can lead to some big damage. Boots him and takes a swing. Player one with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? Knocked them out of the air. They just said, get that jumping out of here. Great job, and nothing stops this train. What are they gonna do? A projectile to say, get off of me. Take that guard away. He tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Their drive gauges aren't full. This means less resources to use when an opportunity strikes. Both stop, knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Player two may be able to pull a fast one, especially with the super arc getting it on the drive rush. A real, there's a burnout. Yo, cut that boy off. He's had too much. Raw super art incoming. Excellent read. Turns out. Medium kick into free throw strikes. Looking for a hole. Player two can't let this simmer. They gotta start. It is over. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this. Buy some time to switch up the pace.
Smart choice. It's time to heat up for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got, cause you know that it's my time. Brought till I fall, boy. Give it my all, boy. Got me feeling like I can fight them all, boy. The time has come, the bell is rung. No weekends here, you know that I'm a
Cancels their choice. Perhaps they're planning something else?
I've been struggling for years. I'm saying I'm one of a kind. They ain't built them like me. Vision myself a champion. One day I might be proud of what I see from the man in the mid. A real freedom fighter, got a problem with the fear. Everybody knows
Our fighters have chosen their characters. The battle is just seconds away.
Shall we begin then?
I'm a champion. I did it all. I'm ready for a fight when it's on.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Shows the overhead, throws him down. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner, buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Gets the crossing. Knockdown. Big gap to overcome if they want to win. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. All right, what's coming up next? Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Hold your breath. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Ah, burnout activates. Both flip, that's not gonna hit. In there. Player two takes up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. The drive impact is denied. Holds out with the block. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Throws him. What's next? Knockdown. Play brushes that off and keeps going. Player one can't use any. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Were they baiting them into that? Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They can't squander this punish counter chance. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this ring. Ooh, does them dirty. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. Uh-oh. This would really tip the scale. Will they gamble? Burns out. That jump-in was expected. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Nothing stops this train. Low heavy. The drive impact doesn't work. Crowns them from above. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 1, wow, sat and waited for this opening. There's a drive impact. Jump. All the throw connects. Both sides getting ready. Burns out. Get connects with the throw. Shoot it and whip. They're wide open. Excellent block. Portable line incoming. Noticeable life lead is a comeback still denies the jump-in attempt. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They block the overhead and from up above. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? What's the play here? Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Was looking for that jump attack. They are battling it out tooth and nail here, with no one having a clear advantage yet. All right, what's coming up next? The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Got their eye on the air. Can't tech the throw? Taking stock. Jumps? Barely blocks the jump in. Gets in there. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Hits them, brushes that off and keeps going. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Player 1 can build off this lead. A quick breather. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until they start experiencing burnout. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Full SA leaders on deck uses the gauge for a super art. Yo, are they actually dead? What? That was enough to kill? Yo, that read was godlike. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Oh, what's this? Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Bazooka throws them in the minefield. And the super art. They gotta keep pushing. Can they make the most of this? Knew the throw was coming. Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. The overhead cannot. Burns out. Oh, here we go. Genius read with that throw escape. Escapes the corner. Player 1 needs to wait this out. Crowns him from above. Amazing. Connects with the throw. Player 2 can't use any jump. I called it. I called it. Can they close this round without... Oh, come on, kid. Why would you use the super? What a clutch low heavy. Awesome. Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. Ooh, is it time to finally bring out the business character?
I'm like a diamond in a shot of depression. But life's been trying me, I learned all my lessons. I realize I gotta kill my choices. I'm working hard every day to be a better man. In fact, it's been perfect that I'm already a veteran.
Our fighters have selected their characters, and they're ready for business.
So you know that I'm back again. Back on my feet after I failed 10. When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Got it. Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Almost had it, but it gets blocked. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Trips him up. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Sticks the combo. Decides to buff up while they can. Down to the wire. They can open up this round big by converting this punish counter. Oh, this is so close. Can they take it by using their drive? Will this super art connect? Both fighters planning something? Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Shuts that down with a parry. Goes in there! Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Connects with medium kick. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Good old slaps. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? Charges forward. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. They quickly get backed into the corner of the stage. Both fighters planning something? Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Oh, the throw connects. Both sides getting ready. Player 1 with the crowd. No way, that win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Anything off the smash? Long low attack hits. Uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Can't tech the throw? Takes a trip. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? The drive-in gets him. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they can't squander this punish counter chance. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. That drive impact doesn't get through. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Chin right kick for a mix-up. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Goes for the pit zone with a stop and vibe. Player experiencing burnout. Quick breather. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Goes for the jump in. Player 2 opts for the critical art. Shreds them with a critical art. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. What now? Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. One player is in burnout state. Is it time to end this? That was the highest if I've ever seen it. Got ahead into both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The low heavy is denied. Checks them with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Oh! Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Not much drive to work with at the moment. Knockdown. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Strings it all together. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Feeling out the spacing. Projectile to try and change the situation. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 1, there's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Takes a trip. Player 1 is maintaining KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Brushes that off and keeps going. Burnout activates. G-right kick for a mix-up. Medium kick hits. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Anti-air drops. Shows a medium kick. Throws a fireball. Breaks the block with a throw. Knockdown and... Were they baiting them into that? Life lead is there, but still all the throw connects. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Can they drive bring the flatline though? Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Uses their drive gauge. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Gets scooped from down low. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Player 2 tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Ooh, what a smart throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Solid anti-air. Hit that with confidence. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. They're going to teach you a lesson here. You play with fire and you're going to get burned. Off to spend the meter on the super. Player 2 has burns out. Amazing. Drives in fact misses. Player 2 still has absolutely relentless. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Noticeable light knocked him out of the air. This is gonna hurt. Like no hesitation or regret. Hits him with that NSFW. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. Are you serious? That comeback was unreal. We just saw this fighter play out of their goddamn minds there. Player 2 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. We are going back to the character select screen. Looks like they noticed something not in their favor.
It's time to heat up for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got. You know
Sure thing. I'm ready for you.
give it my all, boy. Got me feeling like I can fight 'em all, boy. The time has come, the bell is
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight.
and I'm a star, boy. My blood, sweat, and tears. I've been struggling for years. Started from the bottom and I'll never look back.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Low heavy. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. All right, on dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Misfire with the drive impact. Takes a trip. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. The drink level's at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. The jump in is denied. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player 2 saw them sweating against the wall and gets in the throw. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Changes things up with an overhead. Big throws. Quick breather. Blocks the over. Oh, what's this? There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Can they create an opportunity? Uses the gauge for a super arm.
Come on. It's time.
Is this gonna kill? They're not dead. This fight's not over. Player 1, there's a burner. Up tap to close it. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Deftly shuts out the jump in. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. The move whips and they get nailed with a punish counter. Strings it all together. Feeling out the spacing. Nails the anti-air. Blocks the low heavy. Takes a trip. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Knockdown. Where is their opening? KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their boundaries. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Dealing a nice chunk of damage. What a payoff. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Doing some quick planning? Drink level max out. This party's getting crazy. Knockdown and player experiencing burnout. Player 1 fall critical. What's gonna happen?
This is our destiny.
Lands the Getsuga Saiho.
Getsuga.
Going to that juicy damage. A thunderous drive impact to close the round. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Charges forward. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Goes for the command grab. What are they thinking here? Player down to the wire. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Strings it all together. KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Launches them. Player 2 strikes back with the overdrive arrow. Okay, creating some space here. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Their drive gauges are looking bare, experiencing burnout. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Jumps it, knocks them out of the air. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Gotta do better than that. Player punch super art. The super doesn't hit. But opts for the critical art.
This is our destiny.
Getsuga Saiho.
We don't have enough swing because this boy's quicker than a freaking hit.
Oh, well, flatline then. Player 2 was an absolute... Looking to switch it up? This is a good chance for a breather.
I'm like a dog under pressure.
I'm ready for you.
I learned all my lessons. I realize I gotta kill all my blessings. I'm working hard every day to be a better man. If practice makes perfect, then I'm already a veteran. I suffer from defeat, so success is my medicine. Destined for greatness, so you won't get I'm back again. Back on my feet.
Our fighters have selected their characters, and they're ready for business.
At this point, I'm fighting for pride, I'm fighting for life.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Here's to a fair fight.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Not much damage. Dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Nice counter. Smart play there. Do they build meter or just go all in on each other? Gaining some meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. 3-bulb? Life lead opens up. Okay, creating some space here. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Burnout activates. Box him, nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Then he charges forward. Grabs them with the embrace. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Hits them with a stop and bomb. Goes with the safe stuff with that target drop. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Anti-air drops them. They just said, get that jump-in out of here.
Interdictions! Nothing's gonna save them now. Say goodbye to that light bar.
A quick breather. Player 2 is not in a good place. Oh my god, they just choked it up! Player 1 can't KO! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Parries the attack. Parrying attack like that is risky, but the reward is the drive gauge building up. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. KO! Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They both showed their hands a little bit. Oito throw. You can't let them close in like that. Oh, what's this?
Were they baiting them into that? Cannon Blossom!
Good instincts to spend resources. Ah, burnout activating.
Pounding them with the Lachuka! Can they stand the heat?
Can they claw their way back and give themselves a chance to win?
Free glove!
Can they keep anti-air in the front? The super hits, and this looks like it's gonna kill. There it is! They knew it'd be enough. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? The jump in catches them. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Player 1 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. No good up high. Definitely shuts out the jumping. Good anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. All right, what's coming up next? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. The jump-in is denied. Reads them. Life lead opens up. Life lead gets them. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Departure set. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Caught in the cross-up. Player 1 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Looking for a chance. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Departure! Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them.
The overhead denied!
In there! That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. We are going back to the character select screen. Looks like they noticed something not in their favor.
But life's been trying me, I learned all my lessons. I realize I gotta kill all my blessings. I'm working hard every day to be a better man. If practice makes perfect, then I'm already a veteran. I suffer from defeat, so success is my medicine. Destined for greatness, so you know that I'm back again. Back on my feet after I fell down. Always ready for a fight, never back down. At this point, I'm fighting for pride, I'm fighting for life. Reputation on the line, so I'm fighting for mine. You ain't got to really like me, but you must respect me. I'm struggle made the realest man you ever met. Isn't it evident? Ain't stopped before, not planning on stopping now. Survivalist, heroic as a tiger is. Earn my stripes cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you was not my psychiatrist. Through a lifetime of strife and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever, that's my legacy. Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label me. Put in work, I did my part. They like, keep
Smart
on going,
choice.
cause you got hard. They know that I'm non-stop, I keep on pushing forward. Highly motivated, they try to take
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight.
You're not supposed to make it. The opportunities arise, so I gotta take it. Too many people. When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Here's to a round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Decent damage. What's next? Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. All right, what's coming up next? Down to the wire. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. They get driven into the wall, breaking their guard. Player one chases them down. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Jumps in. Holds out with a gets. Player two takes the round like a can they get away with it? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Slides and goes for the leg. Jumps up, gets the back throw to turn things around. Player two will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player two will need to play it conservative until their drive. Oh, what's this? Digs in deep to get that drive in. Player one needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage here. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. Takes a trip. They break things off to take a quick breather. Very solid corner switch. Gets the knockdown, and now, 3-volt, life lead opens up. The quarter makes it hard to escape. Perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Who's going down to the wire? They can't squander this punish counter chance. Jumps. Breaks the block with a throw. Closes the gap for the grab. Player two will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. 3-volt. Spikes him with 3-glove. A real test of nerve. Clutch anti-air. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Player one will look to apply pressure. Oh, flatlines in. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. The jump brushes that off and keeps going. Impact squash. Experiencing burnout. Both fighters are good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Player one drops him hard. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Shrugs that off. Looking to follow up after that target combo. Vagabond edge connect. Ooh, what a smart throw. What a finish.
Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
We are going back to the character select screen. Looks like they noticed something not in their favor.
I'm ready for you.
Smart choice. Our fighters have selected their characters, and they're ready for business.
I'm ready for a fight when it's on, it's on.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight?
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? That was assault. Of anti-air. Wow, shut down. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner.
Pay attention.
They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Player 1 chases them down. Hits with the overhead. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Gets him. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Down to the wire. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Amazing concentration on display as they punish when their opponent's attack left them wide open. They break things off to take a quick breather. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. They may be planning to spend their drive gauge here. Pops them with a shorty. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Max Essen experiencing burnout. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Oh wow, look at the damage that did. Fantastic. That's gonna leave him rattled. No escaping that. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Connects with medium kick. Here comes the torque blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Both sides getting ready. The low. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Overhead. Medium kick. What are they gonna do? Hit the drive. Totsugeki to the face. This can lead to some big damage. Switch the overhead denied. Sets up with the jump in. Player 2 has a full drive gauge but is on the brink of death. A real test of nerves here. Wall splash into the guard break. Closes it out. Player 1 made some smart moves there. Great game. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Throws them. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Taking stock. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Jump! Flies in with a headbutt. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Scrapping it out up in there. Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Player 1 chases them down. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side step. Hits them with a stopping block. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Jumps? Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Blocks it. You've got to be mindful of reach and jumping. Digs in deep to get that drive up. 100-hand slap. Opts for the critical art. Burns all three for the final bout. I hope they've got a stretcher on standby. Player 2 will look to apply strong critical. What's gonna happen? This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
Sit down and shut up!
What a finish! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. We are going back to the character select screen. Looks like they noticed something not in their favor.
But life's been trying me, I learned all my lessons. I realize I gotta kill all my blessings. I'm working hard every day to be a better man. If practice makes perfect, then I'm already a better man. I suffer from defeat, so success is my medicine. Destined for greatness, so you know that I'm better.
Our fighters have chosen their characters. The battle is just seconds away.
At this point, I'm fighting for pride, I'm fighting for life. Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all making them mad.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Gotta do this. Come on. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
How's this?
Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Throwing on even more pressure with the fireballs. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Taking stock. Player 1 chases them down. Picks the drive reversal. Okay, creating some space here. All right, what's coming up next? KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Uses the target combo as a filler. It's a good spot to use the super. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this rate. Oh, what's this? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. 3-volt ices him. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They got to throw zone. How long can this offensive assault continue? A real test of nerves here. Can they close this round without relying on drop? Taps them on the dome. Only a little bit of drive and life left. Shoots their shot. Put the fear of God in it. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that. We are going back to the character select screen. Looks like they noticed something not in their favor. Our fighters have chosen their characters. The battle is just seconds away. What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Gotta do round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. The combo's there. Decent damage. What's next? Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Both players with no drive in the tank. The jump in catches them. Caught in the cross-up. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Opts for the air to KO. Player 2 takes up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. The jump in is denied. Picture perfect punish count. Burnout activates. Solid combo. Goes low. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Full SA meters up baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Experiencing burnout. Both sides in burnout. They can't drive. The drive's off the table. What else have they got? Burnout dissipates. Player 2 might have just shifted this round into high gear. They continue to battle it out in the middle of the stage. This is gonna hurt. Gotta do better than that. Brushes that off and keeps going. What's next? Player 2. No! Stunned off the wall! Drops them. Goes in, more punish counter, sets the table. Flatlines them. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
Round one.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Medium kick hits. Order. Oh! The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Getting careless and missing a drive impact like that will leave you wide open. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. They need to hold out. Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. The low kick is blocked. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Player 2 chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Uses the drive rush, adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Not shy with the meter and left off a level 2 super arm. All right, what's coming up next? Opt for the throw to close it out. Player 2 takes up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Long low attack hits. Smart stuff, hoping at that range to zone the opponent. Were they baiting them into that? Burnout activates. Going in, player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Breaks those shins. Drives it back, misses. Knockdown and KO. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. It's the drive. Final round. Lazuka throws him in the minefield. Made smart use of the game. Good super. Very nice free glove. Player 2 with a slight lead will tap him on the toe. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Nothing stops this train. There's a burnout. The pre-glove skewers him. Low heavy. In with the cross. Oh, will this super art do anything? Scuffle. Catches out the cage right there. Will they go all in without drive? That's it. It is over. Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. Looking to switch it up? This is a good chance for a breather.
Smart choice.
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Tries to turn up the pressure with an overdrive projectile. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. All right. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Lots of aggression from both sides. What are they thinking here? Hold your breath. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Strings it all together. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Dashes forward. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Opts for the free flow kicks to get a springs forward with the drive rush. Who will capitalize on an opening first? Going in? Player two will look to apply pressure here. Oh, what's this? Finishes things off with authority with that big punish counter. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now and everything from here on out is so vital. Player two did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player two will look to apply pressure here. Super arts on. How will they utilize this? Player two holding on to that breaks it. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive. Flatlines them. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Absorbs the attack and fires back. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player one pushes the opponent into... Oh! Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Tries to get a breather with a projectile. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. All right, what's coming up next? Throws them to negate the block. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense. Tension! KO. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Jumps in. Oh! Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into some baits out the attack and get the punish counter? Player one will need to do a better job of utilizing their drive gauge if they want a different result than last match. They back it. The super doesn't hit. That's not gonna hit. Hits them with a stopping pop. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. They're thinking of scoring big off this gauge use. Burnout activates. Player two will look to a... This is gonna hurt. Are they going to be... Ooh, what a smart throw. Are we gonna see a comeback here? They're in range. We're gonna see it. Uses their drive gauge. Take that gourd away. He's maxed out. Taps them on the goal. Player two can't use any drive. Low heavy. They gotta dig down deep here. Drive rush. Can this drive bring them back? Jump anti-air in the clutch. No way. That win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Shakes things up with a fireball. Uses the target combo as a filler. Nails the overdrive arrow kick. Player one won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Amazing! A jump and whiff! They're wide open! Reads the jump in perfectly! Clay tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack! Taking chunks out of these...
Oh! Putting the cherry on top! Wants to close it out in style, but is it enough?
It doesn't kill! They're still in this! Flatline them! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for them. It's not over yet! Just believe it's time for that run back! Throws a fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground games. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're gonna eat tons of damage. Sticks the combo. Did well to get the buff in there. It's a normal hit, but they get in there. Player 1 chases them down. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Quick dash it. Hits them with a stop and pop. This is gonna be bad news. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Player 1 has an empty drive gear. This is a very springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. A trade, but they're not worried. Player 2 needs to use the credit. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work.
Come on.
The Getsuga Saiho hits. We're about to see a freestyle frenzy with no retakes. Oh wow, there's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. The drive impact doesn't work. Shows the medium kick. Both fighters look to set things. Hits the drive. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Anti-air in the clutch. Jump meets them air to air. Good judgment there. A jump. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Excellent block. Knocks them out of the air. Holy, trust that off. Player 1 is in burnout state. A very prepared. Will this super art do anything? Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale. Player 1 can't quick air to air. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Closes in.
Ugh, take a seat.
Player 2, the buffet? Are you kidding me? Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. We are going back to the character select screen. Looks like they noticed something not in their favor.
Alright, I'm ready.
Through a lifetime of strife and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever, that's my legacy. Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label me. Put in work, I did my part. They like, keep on going, cause you got hard. They know that I'm non-stop, I keep on pushing forward.
Alright, let's get it.
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight.
You're not supposed to make it. The opportunities arise, so I gotta take it. When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Let us begin. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to get a breather with a projectile. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Moves performed off a drive rush get extra plus frames, making for a potentially high return. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Nails the anti-air. Decides to meet them in the air. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. Player 2 chases them down, adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Checks them with a projectile. Taking stock. So little life, experiencing burnout. Player 1 has depleted their drive, finishes them with a drive impact. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Opts for the air-to-air and hits him with a stop and pop. Not close enough for the throw. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? You can't squander this punish counter chance. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. They were right to be on guard there. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 2, solid anti-air. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Sets up with the jump in. All the throw connects. Raw super art incoming. Too slow.
Sits him down with the super. Now that's how you take a round.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Gets the jump in. Perfect input. Not letting up. Player 2 chases them down. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. They get driven into the wall. Gets them. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Overdrive Hadouken. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Nails the anti-air. Drive rush to keep it going. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Sandblast! Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Oh, easy test. Oh, what's this? They can't squander this punish counter chance. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge threat. Player 1 will need to play it conservative. negative until their drive refreshes. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Not much life difference. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Are they going to be able to come back and stack 6 dozen technical throws? Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight round. Fight.
Backdash to start. They're not taking any chances. Knock them out of the air. This is gonna hurt. Drops them. Good judgment there. Plenty of them.
Oh, putting the cherry on top.
Do it to them.
Show the people what they came to see, you.
What's wrong? Get up.
Are we gonna see a comeback here?
Betting it all on the drive rush.
This is a gigantic Viper. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Too far for the throws to connect. Drive rush. This is a back forward rush. A real test of nerves. Burns out. Flatlines them. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Knew the throw was coming. Sandblast. Still very early in the round. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground games here. Both fighters are looking at near empty drive gauges. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue to fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Knockdown. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Whiffs the throw. Blossom. Drive rush to keep it going. Springs forward with the drive rush. But they were right to be on guard there. Player 2 needs burnout activate. Oh wow, look at that. A super art? That's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Knocked them out of the air. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Drive usage is back on the table. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Player 2 needs to hold out and whiff. They're wide open. Closing it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Fight round. Fight.
Open with the fireball. Drops him hard. Player 1 had a rough go of it last round due to poor drive back. But there's still time to adapt and turn this match around. Dashes forward. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Dangerous range here.
All in with a rush.
Players
More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Take them down with a tail right. Time for some ground and pound. Good.
Player 2
Flipping the script with a turnaround super.
crowns them from above. What now? Knocked them out of the air. Player 1 still has a chance, but it's going to be an uphill battle. Backed into the corner. What setup do they have? Adds a bit of OD. What a finish! Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle.
Talk about a show. That match had it all.